Good morning, everyone. Nicky Hawkins here, West Ham Fan TV. The morning after the game before, and it's the morning after we've been absolutely destroyed and humiliated by the only team without a win in the league this season, Wolverhampton Wanderers. And God, it's painful. It's painful to watch, and it's painful to see. Do you know what? I'm not even going to blame the manager. I'm not even going to blame the players. The players are just not good enough. Um, I feel sorry for some of them. Don't feel sorry for others. But the fact that we've been left in this position with a bunch of people that have got no fight in them, got no leadership in them. Some of them ain't got a fucking talent, to be quite honest with you. It's humiliating. It's a hard thing to watch after. And I said this the other day when we went to Prague. It was sort of like the epitome of the beginning of the end for West Ham. It's got worse ever since. It's got worse ever since. And some people say it's a change of manager. Listen, I pulled up 6-7 results from the manager's last season as manager of West Ham. I'm talking about David Moyes, of course, and he'd been beaten by 4, 5, 6 goals every in 7 games throughout the season. And should we have wanted better? I think we should have wanted better from the position we was in, from the cup win. Listen, it doesn't mean you deserve better. It doesn't mean you shouldn't want better, but do you deserve it? Probably not. We don't deserve it as a club, not as a fan base. I think the fan base will always deserve more because the fan base is one of the most loyal and passionate in the country. But the way the club's been run, and the way the direction the club has gone in, especially in the last 10 years, we deserve where we are now. We deserve it. And when you're looking at players going out there yesterday, and you've got to remember this, right? See, I'm not going to have a go at Lucas. Lucas wasn't there yesterday. Jared Bowen's Premier League career doesn't stop with West Ham. He goes on and plays again next season, regardless of where we go. Neither does Max Gilman, probably. He'll get picked up by somebody for some amount of money. Jean-Claire Todibo, Alphonse Areola, Somerville. Callum Wilson probably stay with us, but the fact of the matter is this: a lot of their Premier League journeys do not finish at the end of this season, regardless of whether they win, lose, or draw. Yeah, they'll be off playing Premier League football next season. West Ham United won't on current showings. They won't. Simple as that. And that is a stark reminder of the position that some of these players find themselves in. Are they going to bust their gut? Listen, it's about characters. It's about characters in that sort of thing. It's about pride. It's about personal pride. And I think you can see quite clearly yesterday, that there is no fucking personal pride, because you're letting a team, and I know they've performed well, right? But you've got to perform better. They've performed well in the last few weeks. They've got a couple of, nearly got a result at Arsenal, nearly got a result at Liverpool, nearly got a draw, nearly got a win against Man United last week. But complacency, lack of care, do you know what? There was a telltale sign yesterday for me where I'm just void of all hope now, and this is the telltale sign. 1-0 down or 2-0 down. I can't remember what one it was. There is a break in play. I think it's 1-0 actually, because Somerville went through, and I think it was a chance to make it 1-1. There's a break in play. Somerville gets fouled in the box, or not fouled, sorry, gets bundled over in the box, clash, and they've got 2 injuries. 2 players are down injured. And I looked over to the Wolves bench, and the players have all gathered around the manager. The manager's standing on the touchline, and he's barking out orders to them. They're all taking a drink. They're all taking it in. They're all nodding their heads. He's telling them, you can see them very animated, like blah, blah, blah. Keep it tight here. Mark this man here. And I'm looking at our player, and one of them was flicking a bit of grass up in the air with his boot. All standing alone. Not one of them talking to each other. Not one of them sort of making a plan about how the game's going to go. Not one of them sort of like, saying about you have to pick up this man or that man. They were just standing on each other with their hands on their hips, captain and all, flicking a bit of grass in the air, looking at the ceiling, looking at the sky, looking up to the stand and reading the advertising book, and that just shows you where their mentality is. None of them want to be there. None of them want to fucking fight. None of them give a shit anymore. And it's simple as that. And listen, there's some of them I can understand it. I can understand people like Jared Bowen, who's meant to be our captain. Listen, I'm never going to slag Jared off. He's a talented boy. But the fact of the matter is this: he's been poor this season. But is it his fault? Probably not, because the people around him have been poor. And when you've come and can't come from defences that have got, people like, Kurt Zuma and, good defenders like that, and midfields with Declan Rice in and, Prime Suchek and Soufal was running his bollocks off. And then you look around and see what the fucking load of dross you've got there with Max Kilman trying to knee clearances out before the second penalty. You got to look around and think, what the fuck am I still doing here? England international, probably got a job for life regardless of what happens now, apart from if he went to Millwall or Tottenham, I think he'd be welcome back. What the fuck am I still doing here playing with this bunch of wankers? Because that's what I'd be thinking. Paquetá's probably the same, and I slag Paquetá off, and I still don't, I don't like the way he conducts his business. But again, I think somebody, right, maybe he's just on a different level to everyone else, because everyone else ain't on that fucking level. I like Freddie Potts. I like his passion, and I like the fact that he wants to play for us. And I take 100 of him over 100 fucking Max Kilmans every day of the week. But he's struggling in there. He needs help. How can you go 3-0 down against a side that ain't won all season, and you're struggling to register a player in time and don't even bring him on? Every time we needed Callum Wilson to stay on the pitch, he's brought him off, and the fucking one game that we needed him to come off, he kept him on. Doesn't make fucking sense. Makes no sense whatsoever. And this season, I can't make sense of it. Maybe it's not the managers. Maybe it's just the absolute fucking dross that they've served up as owners and what they've let this club become. Nobody knows how to run a football club. Nobody even knows how to fucking play football, it seems. Just totally dejected. 20 games in, 18 games left. Just enjoy it when it comes, because I don't think there's any other outcome. I don't think there's a fight in this team. I don't think there's enough talent in the team, to be quite honest with you. And it's sickening. And I know a lot of people are enjoying our downfall, and I don't blame them, to be quite honest with you. I don't blame them. Because as a football club, the way we've been conducted over the last 10 years, we're not a very likeable fucking bunch of people. So, well, bunch of owners anyway, but there we go. Post-match pint later, we'll talk a bit more depth into the game, but I've never seen it this bad, and I've seen some shit. I've seen some shit. And I know you all have, but I have never seen it this bad. There we go. One thing left to say. Come on, you ones.